Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, open mic and karaoke hosts of the world, welcome to the DUQ queuing system. I'm assuming you've already been on the website and set up an account and you have a QR code and all of your info. And I'm going to walk you through real quick, now that you have all of that, your first session. Let's say you've got a spot and it's karaoke night, and you put up your QR code, and instead of using that old, antiquated, silly clipboard or your dry erase board, whatever you've been using, you have now stepped it up and you are using this. Let's go ahead and create a session. I'm just going to start from the top down on most of this. So we're going to create a new session, right? Those were old sessions you saw on the list there. Pick a date. I'm just going to go top to bottom. Let's say it's Wednesday, October 9th. There we go. Pick a venue. I'm going to go ahead and stick with good old Bob's Place. You have an opportunity here to actually set a start time, set an end time. Let's say it's a 3-hour session. There you go. You got it set for about 8:30 to 11:30 p.m. Pick a type. You can go other if you're just an open mic. Or for this example, I want to show you karaoke because you can see the list of songs that are already in the database and how easy it is once you've set up your account before this to add your comma separated, your CSV file of the songs that are in your karaoke menu for your singers. All right, so now you can, underneath the type, allow same song to be performed more than once. Let's say that's a yes. We'll go ahead and let that happen. There's going to be more than one person that wants to sing Tennessee Whiskey pretty much every night. You've been there. We've all been there. Maximum number of bumps. I'll explain that a little bit more, but I'm going to go ahead and put in 2 just so somebody has a chance to do it once or twice as they get into the queue. Maximum number of times that somebody can join, I'm going to go with 2 as well. Let's say somebody already sang a song and they want to go have dinner, they want to leave the venue, maybe go to the restroom. They can come back and re-sign up as a second time here as you enable that. Let's say you want an extra security measure. You can enable the session ID, and that allows a whole nother filter so people can't sort of sneak their way into this thing. They have to know the session ID for very, very private events. That's an interesting feature. Enable the scoreboard. This is fun. You know, sometimes people want to do a karaoke contest, an open mic contest, and there's a scoreboard feature. Fees, let's get serious. Right here is where we can monetize this whole system as a host. And if you're watching this, you are a host. You can enter a fee here for people to even start to be in the queue. Also, the most important way to monetize this, which is kind of monetizing the impatience of human nature, is to set up a bump fee either up, down, or let's say to the top. And of course, you're going to want to make that, a gazillion dollars and see who wants to be first. Let's say they're number 20 in the queue and they want to go right now. I want to sing right now. Well, they have to do that and pay you whatever amount you set. Also, another way to monetize the system is just simply allow tipping to the host. All right, all of that's been plugged in. I'm going to go up and down here, make sure everything's kosher. I got everything I need into this, right? Now I'm going to hit create a session. The system's going to take a look at everything and create that session successfully. There we go, from top to bottom, Bob's Place, right? There's the date. Now, it's running currently. As you can see, I can pause the session. I can get it back up and running. I can end the session, which I won't click yet. But I do want to let you know, as soon as you end the session, you get an email as the host with all the contact information, name, email, and phone number of every single person that was in the queue. Very, very valuable information for following up, marketing, etc., etc. It's a great feature. There isn't anybody in this queue yet, but I do want to show you how the user experience is for you. You get to see who's been called up first. You can call that person by clicking that call person because you see who's up next. And then all of a sudden, as you can see next to call, you can hit when they're done by hitting the complete button, or cancel if you want to remove them altogether. This is pretty cool. You can add a guest. Say somebody walks up to you and doesn't have a phone that scans a QR code. You can put in their name. Let's go with good old Bob Smith here. You can put in their song title. I don't know, Shallows. There's one, right? Song artist, Gaga. Bingo, right? And there's all their information. Or, as I mentioned, if it's karaoke night, choose a song and the default email, or sorry, karaoke list here is, again, very feature rich. There's a whole, let's go, Don't Stop Believing, Can't Get Through a Night Without Somebody singing that. Let's put Bob Smith back in here. He's so famous. There we go. And let's say that, well, we've only got one person, so we're going to put him at number one in the queue. And there's Bob Smith. He's up next. I'm going to hit call. And there he is, Bob Smith performing Don't Stop Believin' as recorded by Journey. He is up. When he's done, as I mentioned, hit complete, and away he goes. This is pretty cool. Then where does he go? He goes into the history. We now know where he was in the queue. We also have his contact information when the session is over. And as you can see, below the history is all the data information, some cool stuff that you're going to want to know as a host. So that's everything all in one place when you're a host. This is what happens when you start a session. And then as people sign up, they just line up in line. As you can see up next, inline history. In the inline section will be 10, 20, 30, 50 people, whoever signed up. And away you go. I'm about to click the top right-hand corner, which is the settings circle. And I just want to show you what happens here, because you can personalize all of this stuff. And I mean all of it. Your stage name as a host, your social media link, etc., etc. Account details, your phone number, email. You can reset your password. All right, here in song management is where you would upload your CSV, your comma-separated menu of songs for your karaoke nights. And the most important is your tipping details. Here you go. Here's your PayPal and Venmo so that people can send you money either to get bumped up into their position in the queue or just to tip you. Or, as I mentioned before, if there is a session fee. All right, so that's everything. That's everything you need to know for your first session. It's all in one spot. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Get all your ducks in a row. I hope that all makes sense, because that is my story. I'm sticking to it. We'll see you at Bob's place.